Hi everyone, I'm Vinod and welcome to Career Bold. Today's conversation is going to be around layoffs and how you can survive in the IT sector. Specifically, if you're an older employee, the number one question you have is what do I need to obtain the right skills to be active in the job market? So, I've written a long blog post about this. If you want to read further, that will be posted in the comments and in the description. But to give you a quick review of what the expectation from the recruiter is that recruiters don't care what your age is. They only care about what skills you bring to the table. It very much happens that people, as they get older, they stop gaining new skills. They are not there competing with students, competing with others, trying to gain new skills. And I really encourage all the IT professionals to join websites like LeetCode, HackerRank, and so on, because there are a lot of ways by which you can benchmark yourself with respect to some of the young generation in terms of what are they up to, what are the skills they are learning. Are you up to date with some of those skill sets? I have a friend who finished his computer science from a very good university in India. This was a long time back. And at the time he graduated, he was top of class and he was doing very well in the job market. Now, almost 15 to 20 years later, this person stopped keeping abreast of what's happening in the market. So the skill levels started coming down and the compensation started decreasing. Right now, he has been laid off and he's not been able to find a job. This is the sad situation of people who, in spite of excellent pedigrees and backgrounds, are not able to find a job in this current job market. And what I would really recommend for everyone to do, especially the older folks, is number one, keep track of your skills. So you should be having a good understanding of what are your strengths and weaknesses. This is very, very important. And you also need to know what are the skills required in the job market. Look at the job descriptions of the companies you're applying for and the positions you're applying for. And you get a very good sense of, do you have those skill sets? So if you do not, then you have to reskill yourself. It could be doing online courses. It could be taking degrees. There are a bunch of ways by which you can gain those skill sets. The second thing I would recommend is don't become too comfortable in your job. Go out to the job market, the external job market, and search for jobs every possible 5 years or every 4 years. You get a good sense of, when you do your interview process, you get a good sense of, do you really have the skills which the recruiter is looking for? And the more you practice interviews, the better you become in speaking about yourself. So if you do not do all these things and wait for 10, 15 years sitting in one company, being very comfortable, then it indeed is very difficult to crack interviews. Then the third most important thing is the youngsters coming out right now, they have a lot of fire in their belly. They're not disappointed by failure. They are more than happy to learn new things. So I would strongly recommend you also to be out there and pick up as many new skills as possible. So go and talk to recruiters. Be frank with the recruiters, telling them that, hey, I'm looking at this job and I know that my number of years of work experience is already very high, but I've been working on my skills and I've been trying to improve. So do consider me for this job. The biggest pushback you'll get from the recruiter is that the recruiter is going to give you feedback like, you're already being paid very high compensation. Some of the roles you're shooting for is probably a little junior for you, and they're probably not sure if you'll go with lesser compensation. So you have to be proactive and tell the recruiter in advance that whatever be the compensation, you're willing to take it up. You're not particular about compensation. You're more particular about learning in the job and picking up new skills. Sometimes remember, folks, if you want to pick up new skills, you have to be comfortable with lower compensation. So never in your life assume that compensation always go up this way. It is always going to be that it's going to go up, probably come down a bit, then go up again, then come down a bit. And if you're not comfortable with this ups and downs, you cannot survive in industry in the future. So be comfortable with varying levels of compensation throughout your life, and it should never be that it should only increase. It can go up and down. So hopefully you learned something from my conversation today. I'm going to post a link to a long form description in an essay I've written in my newsletter. So do join my newsletter, and if you like this post, do like this post and share it with your friends. I would really appreciate it. This is among the small rewards I get in for all the hard work I do. So thanks folks, until next time, bye-bye.